girl Erica, what's up? Guys, I want to come in and do a video, like a sit down, talk to you about my weight loss journey. I'm coming up on my year, October 29th. I'm super excited. And I know you guys have been following me on my journey, and a lot of it's just been mostly like me putting clips and little quick, cute videos. But I hadn't really sat down and talked to you about how I got started on Mounjaro, my journey, and where I'm at today. And so I just want to kind of go ahead and do a quick sit down, just to kind of answer some questions I've been getting some from people sending me messages. So let's just talk about it, okay? So, Mounjaro. So initially, the reason, well, like most of you guys, if you're following this journey, weight loss has always been an issue for all of us, right? So struggling, trying all the things that you could do to try to lose weight, working out every day, all those things, and nothing's working. So one day I just happened to be on TikTok, and I ran across somebody talking about this medication, which I couldn't even pronounce at the time, which was now come to be Mounjaro. So when I looked into it, I started like, I'm looking at the people that started looking at the people who were losing weight on it. I've tried so many things and they haven't been effective at all. So of course I'm hesitant when I, see this thing about Mounjaro. So then as I move forward, I start researching it and finding out that, how people are getting it. So I initially started off with a teledoc. That's how I got Mounjaro. I started off with Alpha Medical, but I'm currently, I moved to Inbold. So Inbold and Dr. Marshall is who was writing for me and all those things. So I just reached out to a teledoc and had to pay a fee. So that fee was, I think I might have paid like $100 a month. Might have been a little cheaper with Alpha at the time, but it's, I'm sure it's gotten higher over time. So pretty much I just had to submit all my history, all my background, all those things to kind of give them like my, to see exactly if I'm a candidate or not for Mounjaro. Because, for me, taking an injection every week was definitely, was something new. So I definitely was hesitant about it, but I definitely I'm curious about it. Like at this point, I'm at my highest weight probably about 206. I'm 5'3", so I'm a little shorty. And, I look back on a lot of my pictures and stuff now, and I'm like, oh my God, sometimes you just can't believe how bad it had gotten. I didn't realize how bad it had gotten, guys. Like, wow. I look back now and I was like, oh my goodness. So anyway, I finally got on Mounjaro. I was able to be a part of what they call the OG crew, where they had a savings card, because Mounjaro was still pretty new when I got on it. And so they had a savings card. You can get the medication for $25 a month. So that's how I was able to get it for all that time. Okay. And then that card ended in June. This June passed, and then I had to submit for a prior authorization to see if my insurance would cover it. Okay, so I was able to get the medication. It was all the struggles, but taking the injection every week, starting off on the smallest dose, which is 2.5 milligrams. So it's recommended that you start off on the lowest dose to introduce into your body, so 2.5, and then I went to the 5 milligrams, and then I was going to go to 7.5, but it was on back order, because during this time it was just hard to get these medications. It was just a lot. So I ended up skipping to 7.5, and I went to 10 milligrams, and eventually 12.5, and now I'm currently on 15 milligrams of Mounjaro every week. So that's how it went. For the most part, I would just say for anybody who's starting off new with Mounjaro, one of the things that we learned along the way is the people that was, starting with Mounjaro, because we kind of learned as we went about what's the best way to, to take this medication. So for us, it was recommended initially that you take the 2.5 for 4 weeks, then you move up, Like that's how they kind of titrate you up. So now going back, I wish I had did some things different, because I know now that the 2.5, I was still losing weight on it. I probably lost about 8 pounds that first month on 2.5. And then I went up to the 5, and I definitely was losing on the 10. So people assume that moving up in dose, meaning a higher dose, means more weight loss, which is incorrect. That is definitely not the case, and a lot of people can attest to that. That's not the case. So if you are having success with the lower doses, I would say, from my expertise at this point, that stay on that dose, because now once you get to 15, there's really nowhere to go, right? But it's no reason to jump up like that, because what I found out is even going up to 12.5, I didn't lose anything on 12.5. I hit a stall for 12 for 7 weeks on the 12.5. It was definitely not my favorite dose. So people assume that because you're moving up in dose that you are actually going to lose more weight faster, and that's definitely a misconception. So please, if you're new out here starting out on Mounjaro, Don't be so quick to move up, because listen, those other doses aren't going anywhere. So just take your time, and if you can push those doses out, I wish that was something I would have done differently. Okay, so overall, to this day, I am now down. I'm at 155 is my weight. I'm down 47 pounds. I cannot believe I am down 47 pounds. I really am hoping to hit 50 pounds by my anniversary date, which is October 29th, which I don't think I'm going to hit it. That's next Sunday after next. I don't think I'm going to hit it, but I'm okay with that because I have lost so many inches. I mean, you guys, if you've been following my journey, you've seen how much I've lost, and just the level of confidence that has come back. And just overall health. Like, I've been on vacations, we've been hiking and going up, doing all this stuff, and I can't even believe how my endurance has changed, because I used to be walking and be so short of breath and all the things. My blood pressure is doing so much better. So overall, my health is so much better, but the confidence is definitely a plus, guys. I've never felt so amazing in my life. I've always been the person that want to stand behind people in pictures, and I'm so grateful for Manjaro. So a couple things I would tell you too about your journey if you're new starting off. Document your journey. Document. That is going to be key to seeing your success. Definitely try to avoid the scale every day, which, that's easier said than done, right? But measurements is more important. So I would just definitely say, if you can measure yourself, take pictures. Even if you're somebody who's kind of quiet and shy and don't feel comfortable putting your pictures out there, just for your own self, take the pictures, okay? Just for you to keep in your phone, for you to watch, because it's going to help you when the scale is not moving. I need you to just make sure you're documenting it visually, so you can also, because a lot of these insurance policies are making it really hard they don't want to pay for Manjaro, right? And let's just understand, when I say Manjaro, there are other options. Like, they do have weight loss versions of medications. They have Ozempic. They have the Wegovy, which is the weight loss version of Ozempic. So they're working on Manjaro with a weight loss version too. But just understand that these insurance companies are making it really hard for us to get it. So I just want you to know too that I had to get a prior authorization. I pretty much had to talk with the doctor. I'm now with Enbold, and they had to go through all my history and get me approved through my insurance. But just understand that they are trying to make it really hard for us. So if need be, I just would tell you that there is also compounded versions of medications. I just say, if you're going to use a compounded version, just make sure it's a reputable company, because everybody out here is doing all kind of crazy stuff. So I'm definitely somebody that would use compound if I had no other option, because what I'm not going to do is gain all this weight back. So just know that if you are having a hard time getting the Manjaro, the name brand, or any GLP1, Trulicity, Saxenda, they got different ones. Just know that there are options out there. Just don't let anybody tell you no, because I have people that get so discouraged so easily. But you got to fight for your health, and these people are trying to keep this medication away from us. So just don't let anybody tell you no without a really good fight, okay? Because this medication is really changing so many people's lives, and I'm sure if you haven't heard of it by now, you can research it on any platform, and you will see the hundreds and hundreds of pounds of weight that people have lost on it. So just be mindful of that, okay? Also, there's an app that I utilize a lot. It's called the Me 360 app, and it's a free app on my phone. I'm an iPhone user. I'm not sure if it's a Galaxy. I'm sure you could probably get on an Android, but it's Me 360, METHREE 60, and it's pretty much it scans your body. Take a picture from the front and from the side. You can do it in the nude, or you can take it with clothes on. I choose to take mine just without any clothes on to make sure it's the most accurate. But I just want you to know that is an option, so you don't get so caught up on the scale. At least once a week, every 2 weeks, have it take a picture of you, scan, and then that way it tells you inches from top to bottom, how much inches and lets you compare it over time, so you can kind of keep up with how you are doing without the scale, because the scale is going to stop. It's going to stall. There's nobody who's been on this journey that has not stalled, but I'm telling you, the inches matter. So don't get discouraged, okay? One thing that Manjaro does for anybody who's not familiar with is that it slows down your digestion. So basically what it does is it's definitely going to curb your appetite. So as much as so some people I still find myself wanting to eat. The difference with Manjaro is that you're not going to eat much, because once you get your plate of food, you're going to eat a few bites and that's going to be it. So that's why so many people have lost weight even without dieting type foods, because you just cannot eat. You just cannot eat. So understand that this medication, and just know there's always an exception to a couple people, but for the majority of us, thank goodness, that Manjaro or any GLP-1 should make it where you get full really quickly, so you're not going to want to eat. But you need to eat, because some people get on these higher doses and they can't eat at all. You got to eat, right? You got to take in protein. So protein shakes help with that. Quality protein shakes, not any kind of protein shakes. You got to get your water intake in. There are things that you just got to make sure that you continue to do, but eating is important. People think, oh, I don't eat, I lose weight. Not on this. You really need to eat to lose weight. More people have had more success if they eat more than they don't. So, right, but not, you can't overeat. I can't say you can't, because as soon as I say that, there's going to be one or two people that gonna try to dispute that. But the majority of us, when I tell you I could be starving, and as soon as I get my food, I'm probably full within a couple, like 3 or 4 bites, 5 bites in. It's a wrap. So, like I said again, I've lost quite a bit of weight. Getting if you can't get the medication, just understand there are alternatives. One thing that also helped me on my journey was Lipo-C. I'm also an ambassador for the Body Clinic. So the Body Clinic is a clinic. Her name is Ashley Brown that owns that, but she offers a lot of stuff to help with your weight loss journey. But one thing that I utilize with her mostly is Lipo-C. Those Lipo-C, they do Lipo-B and Lipo-C injections, but for me, the Lipo-C, when I was in that 7-week stall I spoke of earlier, that Lipo-C broke my stall. So for some people, if that may be something that you could look into as well, that may give you some hope to try to help, because stalls is a way of our life, and especially on any weight loss journey, you're gonna stall. I don't care who you are. I don't know nobody who has not had a stall. That's one thing I can say without a doubt, that everybody's going to experience a stall on a weight loss journey. So just know that there are options out there. If also with the injections, no matter what GLP-1 you're using, always switch up your sites that you're doing, because the absorption is better. Because if you put the injection in the same spot every single time, and you have to do the fatty areas, it'll tell you what you need. It's a subcutaneous injection, meaning that it goes into the fat, not the muscle. So you just need to rotate injection sites. And now some people are doing it in their butt. That is not recommended. But for the most part, we rotate from our arms to our belly to our thighs. And some people find less suppression and more suppression in certain areas. That's something that's just going to be by person. So just don't use the same site over and over again, because over time, it's just not going to give you the same results. So I think that's all I want to go over today. I don't want to keep this video too long, but you definitely know you guys can drop me any messages. I'm an open book. I'm super grateful and blessed, and here to help anybody that is on this journey that has questions, and anything I can do to help you, I am here to help you. And thank you for watching, and don't forget to please like, share, and subscribe. Good morning. I'm already day one. Better go downstairs and get some breakfast.
Didn't fit it, but I rock it like a baby in a coat. I put the water in the ocean in the city that I'm from.